Welcome everybody to episode number 24 of the PokeGuardian Podcast. It just seems like yesterday we did episode 23, but we're back. There's been a lot of news since the last episode, so we're going to crack on. But we're going to start off with our usual segment at the beginning of the podcast. We're going to talk about our card pickups. So literally what we've managed to pick up ourselves since the last podcast as far as cards are concerned. So Zakariya, do you want to start off and show us what you got?
Well, yes. I've managed to open two booster boxes of Starbirth, which released a couple weeks ago. And I am surprised, none the least, already say it. First box was a Flygon Super Rare, and you maybe guessed already. The second one was another Flygon Super Rare. And I'm a little bit disappointed, but again, this the risk of a booster box. I won't be opening anytime soon a new box because the singles are so cheap. Most cards are, under booster box price, except for the three chase cards in there, which are like under 9,000 yen. So get the singles.
100%, absolutely. Myself, I did a Japanese order. So what I do is I order my stuff from Japan, get it consolidated and get it sent over to myself. And I got a few of the Start Deck 100. So I didn't buy any of these to open myself because they're a bit of a gamble, really. Before they were released, they just seemed to be like sort of generic products and no one thought anything of them until we started seeing the mirror foils decks and that there were exclusive SRs in these sets. And then everyone went a bit crazy. Anyway, so what I did was I ordered a few opened mirror foil decks from Japanese equivalent of eBay, let's say. And one of them was a mirror foil deck number 12. The reason why I got this one was because it had all the Kanto evolutions in this one as mirror foils.
Oh, those are very nice.
Which is very nice indeed. So normally these are, the normal decks are just no holo foil whatsoever. They look like fake cards almost, but these have got a nice sort of matte finish to them, which is quite nice. Very different from the normal Vs, but a very good finish to them all the same. Then I got another deck, which was deck number 66, which is a Psychic and a Grass type. And that was the V in there, but the reason why I got this is super cheap deck was for this Gramble SR. Now, I don't know if you guys know or not, there are two, I think, there's a Gramble SR, there's the Zacian, I think, SR? Zamazenta, sorry, yep. And I think there was one more, wasn't there? Was there? Pikachu, that's right, yeah.
And the 3 gold Galarian birds.
Yeah, the legendary birds, Galarian legendary birds. And then there were 2 SR supporter cards as well. So I got deck 17 mirror foil, and that came with Gengar and Empoleon, but more importantly is Barry that I got this for. So most of our listeners will know that I am avid full art supporter collection. I've got almost every single one in Japanese. So that was pretty cool for me. I think I'm only missing, before these sets came out, I was missing 6 in total, which are like the super expensive cards. So like the Team Rocket Briefcase 2 cards, the Giovanni and the Team Rocket. I was also missing the Masked Royal. And then the other 3 were Lily from SM4+, and then the Lily and Acerola battle promos, which are ridiculous. I've got those in Chinese, but not in Japanese, unfortunately. And then I got a bunch of full art supporters, including the Galarian Gym Leader SR cards from VMAX Climax. And then I have my folder, but I also got these. So I got these nice. 2. Cheren's Care and Kindler were gifts from one of our mutual friends in Japan who helped me out with those. And I purchased this from our good friends at Kado Collectibles. So we've had Ryan on the podcast a few times. This is from his store because they did a Twitch opening on his Twitch account for their store. And what they do is they open a few boxes on launch week and they list them immediately onto their web store so you can buy them live in the stream. And I was lucky enough, I was very quick to get to their store and get Roseanne's back up. So I was very happy with that. So those are my card pickups. Yeah, I'm very happy. So I pretty much just need Cynthia's Aspiration SR to complete my set again, because I've got Marnie's Pride on the way from Japan.
Oh, that's a nice goal as well.
Yeah, so that'll be awesome. Okay, so that's our card pickups. So we're going to move on. We're moving on now. Obviously, Starbirth is out, done. Everyone knows about that. We're now moving on to what we like to see is future stuff coming out. So the first thing, on January the 19th, you put an article up on PokeGuardian for a trademark name. And now, historically, you've been very good with these trademarks. They've been very reliable. So we're assuming that this possibly is another TCG set. It's called Paradigm Trigger. That's Paradigm. Paradigm. Yes, that's it. I always get it wrong. It's Paradigm Trigger, which is trademarked by Nintendo Creatures and Game Freak. Falls under Class 28 games, toys, and playthings, where the TCG also falls. Your track record for this has been absolutely spot on, so we assume there's going to be a set coming in the near future. What do you think about this name?
Yeah, but the track record is not too bad indeed.
Yeah.
Again, this is a very speculative set name.
Yeah.
We don't know much yet. However, Legends Arceus just released this weekend. I personally didn't got too far. Only like 8 hours in yet. A lot of people don't know the spoilers yet. Same to you, I assume, Taj.
Yeah, I'm about 8 to 10 hours into the game myself. Yeah.
I think when everyone, or maybe it's not, when we have played Legends Arceus, we might know more in the future. But at this point, I really don't know what it could be. I really don't know.
Yeah, so it's just speculation at the moment. For those of you who don't know, the TCG does sort of like correlate with the video games quite closely. So this year, obviously, with Starbirth, Legends Arceus coming out, Starbirth was very much the introduction to this year of the trading card game. It will sort of synchronize along as it goes along with parts of the trading card game. So you will see resemblances from the game in the trading card game. So bear that in mind. So this potentially could be a spoiler of something going forward. It's very vague. We don't know what it means. Could be something to do with Legends Arceus, but that's just speculation on our part. Moving on, and there is rumors of another set. So we've got this from a very, very, very reliable source who has got some distributor information in Japan. They're always very reliable. We haven't seen it ourselves, but we know this person who gives us this source always gives us factual information. So we've got 2 sets coming up. So May the 13th, we got the Sword and Shield Enhanced Expansion Pack, Dark Fantasma. So expansion packs are back, as we know. So those are sets that sit in between a main set and are literally there to sort of complement the mechanics and enhance that set. Hence why it's called Enhanced Expansion. Usually smaller than a main set. So that's going to be coming out, as we said, May the 13th. And then in June, we've got an unnamed mini set, which we don't know the name of at the moment. But on June the 17th, there's a special set coming out, which has 6 packs of this unnamed mini set, a card box, a display frame, a deck box, coin, and a holo Mewtwo V. So we're going to see Mewtwo V this summer, which is awesome. I always love a good Mewtwo card. But going back to Dark Fantasma, it's a 71 card set plus SRs or higher. Booster box price of 5,200 yen, which is a bit more than what we usually expect. Booster boxes are usually 4,500 plus tax.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, unless it's a high class set when it's 5,500 yen. So this is more expensive than a regular set. Booster pack prices are 260 yen each. One booster box contains 20 packs. So it is a small enhanced box, similar to Ultra Force was probably one of the last ones we saw like this. We also saw Shining Legends in the past and a few others in the Sun and Moon era as well.
Correct.
So we haven't seen them so far in this era, Sword and Shield era. But each booster pack is going to contain 6 cards, which is quite interesting. So what do you make of all these? First of all, with Dark Fantasma.
Yeah, Dark Fantasma, this is, like you said, This is an enhanced expansion pack. It's the same set structure as Battle Region, which we'll talk about later in this episode, more detailed. But yeah, again, what the set could be, we still don't know. It has to be revealed. It might be, again, Legends Arceus related. It is definitely something Sinnoh or Hisui related. But again, this is the set after Space Juggler and Time Gazer, which is at this stage very confirmed, but not officially revealed yet. I've seen some bigger web shops already listing Space Juggler and Time Gazer for pre-order, which is very exciting because we might already know what it could be. Maybe Palkia or Dialga related. So dual set makes the most sense to me, at least. What more? I think that's it. It will contain how many cards? 71 cards. Again, like I said, one booster box price, 5,200 yen. You told me, I think 4,500 yen for a regular. If I'm not mistaken, it's 4950 yen for a regular booster box. It is more special, again, like Battle Region is. One booster box star, 20 packs, 6 cards for one booster pack. We will see what happen. Other mini set, Mewtwo V is included in this special product. It could be all Mewtwo related. Mewtwo V and VSTAR could be in this set. What is interesting to me, however, is Mewtwo sets are revealed or released during summer. A lot of Mewtwo sets, like Milk Twin, the Japanese version of Next Destinies, Breakthrough, and you name them. These are all summer sets, either late or early. So we'll see. It is very interesting. Nothing much more to add, honestly. Time will tell.
Yeah, and it's very interesting looking at your history of Mewtwo there, that it gets released in summer sets. And that is a really important point, I think, because Mewtwo is very popular. And as you say, the summertime in Japan is a great time for them to get people with their spare time getting into the game, and Mewtwo being so popular in the card game. So as we said, we've got Space Juggler and Time Gazer coming out as S10. They're coming out April 8th, so we've got May 13th, this enhanced expansion, and then the June set, we're expecting a Mewtwo V. So that's all very good. Okay, we'll move on to February merchandise reveals for the Pokemon Center. So, Pokemon Center Japan usually gives us some reveals about what's going to be coming out merchandise-wise. It's a huge revenue generator for the company. The Pokemon Centers rely on these products, and they're usually tied into what's coming out or a theme of the season. But these are tied into a product that's releasing this Friday the 4th of February in Japan. So the special card set Grass Leafeon V-Star, Ice Glaceon V-Star are coming out in Japan. We've already had those products, similar products, released in Europe and the West this Friday just gone. Introducing those V-Stars. And this is looking interesting. What we've got is a fantastic double deck box, individual sleeves for Leafeon and Glaceon as well. And the art style is very, very familiar indeed for those of you who might have seen the Eevee Heroes Evolution set, which contained the 2 booster boxes of Eevee. It had the Espeon VMAX promo in there, didn't it? And it had lovely sleeves, which matched this art style. So the artist is Mari Inui.
Mari Inui, something
Inui,
like that.
Yeah. Is the artist. Very, very, very easily to identify that the artworks are very similar. The Leafeon decks are going to be on sale for 792 yen. The Glaceon decks, again, 64 sleeves in each deck, 792 yen as well. And then the double deck box, you're going to have the box itself, 2 inner deck containers, so you can hold the 2 separate decks, and 3 divider cards in there as well. So that all looks awesome, like I said, coming out this Friday. But we've also got a Pokemon coin album, which is being released on Friday as well. Price is 1,500 yen. It's one coin album, and it's got 5 coins in it. And we were just discussing this earlier about the price of this, 1,500 yen. You're literally getting the album for free, aren't you? Because the coins alone are probably worth that price.
Very high value product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coins recently, you've been able to get coins in Japan and gacha
Yeah.
sort of stuff, as well as packs as well that you can buy off the shelf of 2 or 3 coins in the Pokemon Center. I have got a coin album, Japanese coin album here. This one was given away
Yeah.
free when VMAX Climax came out, and this holds 8 on either side. As you can see, there's sort of foam inserts, and they hold the coins. Japanese coins are a little bit
Very
smaller
nice.
than what we have in the West.
Yeah.
So these coins are, like I said, a bit smaller. The new coin album is going to be, this is 4x2. What, as you can see on each page, the new one is 3x3. So, oops, I think the coin came loose there. One of my Caloraxes came loose. But yes, they are foam. They're literally held in by foam and pressing in. So not very. They are secure once you've got them in there. But if you keep removing and putting them in, they're going to loosen up over time.
Absolutely.
So once you put some coins in there, don't move them. Just keep them in there.
Yeah, I think this is. There are coin collectors out there, but I don't think they will use it as to store,
Yep.
the coins in there. There are better options for that.
Yeah.
But you mentioned it was VMAX Climax. No, it was VMAX Rising, by the way. Which is,
oh yes, it's VMAX Rising, not VMAX Climax. I just got VMAX Climax on my mind. That's what it is, VMAX Rising.
It's such a great set. It will last forever in your head.
Exactly.
I can't blame you for sure. But very nice product.
Yeah.
The anniversary coins are also in there that were elected in late 2021. So everyone could have voted for 25 coins, something like that.
Yeah, that's
5
right.
got chosen by voting system, and very cool stuff in there. Very nice.
Absolutely. And what do you think about these sleeves and the deck box?
Yeah, I think that the design speaks for itself. If you like Mighty Inoue's work, go for it. But I can't contain myself if I'm very honest again. This is super nice stuff. And the issue is I can't use these sleeves because they are not Dragon Shield sleeves. So, I can't shovel these properly.
Yeah.
But these are too nice to play with, honestly.
Yeah.
I keep them sealed. So
I'm the same. I end up buying Japanese deck sleeves, but never use them because they're not very, as you say, they're not very shuffleable. I like Dragon Shield myself as well. So these are a bit difficult to play with, but they're great for, putting your cards and displaying them in. And having them in your folder, really, I think, with the back facing out. I like to get 1 or 2 out of a pack and just have them on display I've got a folder with sleeves, believe it or not. So I like it when people send me sleeves from Japan and I get different variety. But the artwork's awesome on it. It's obviously full autumn with the leaves and they're playing around.
Perfect.
Really stunning artwork. And it is reminiscent of what we saw in Eevee Heroes on the Evolution set.
Yeah.
Great products.
She did not illustrate one card yet. That's the craziest thing of all. She hasn't been commissioned for one card.
Yeah, it's just been merchandise so far, and a sticker, wasn't it? I think you mentioned.
Yes, the Mad Party promo distribution, which was called Let's Have Spring Pokemon card campaign, or something like that. And she indeed illustrated the sticker on there, which is card shaped.
Yep.
So it fits in your binder, but is not on cardstock.
Yeah.
So
I think I have that sticker in my folder somewhere, so I'll have to go and check that out.
It's very nice.
It's a very nice sticker indeed. Cool. So those are coming out this Friday, 4th of February at the Pokemon Center in Japan and other Pokemon card game shops. Right. Now, this one is quite interesting. So as you all know, Legends Arceus has released this weekend globally. And the first partner, there were promos that were revealed. First, they were revealed in Taiwan. So if you're lucky enough to go to your local KFC in Taiwan, you can pick up these promos with a nice KFC stamp on them. And we were wondering when we'd get them in English and in Japanese. And we did find out they were coming in English in the new, what seems to be the replacement for the collector's chest.
Yeah, might be.
In this new Brilliant Star box coming out.
The collector box.
Yeah, collector box. That's right. But now we know the Japanese release. There were originally started seeing these in elementary schools being handed out to kids. and some people jumped the gun a bit and spent a lot of money buying these on Macari and a few other places on Japanese
Yeah.
sites, and I think they might have spent a little more than they should have done, because it is being confirmed these 3 promos are going to be distributed at the Pokemon Center and Pokemon Card Gym shops from March the 25th, I believe. Yep, March the 25th. I believe when you buy a certain amount of products, it's usually like any purchase or 1,000 yen.
Something like
It's
that.
not much to trigger it, and you will get one of the promo cards. So it's really interesting. There are going to be tons of these out there because Pokemon Center distributions are huge. So yeah, this is wild stock loss usually, but they produce tens of thousands of these things to go out nationally to their Pokemon centers and to the card gyms. Interesting. I love it because of Rowlet's so-so artwork.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we've got Cyndaquil, Oshawott as well. All 3 starters. Yeah. And I chose Rowlet for my starter in Arceus Legends as well. And I call it Kate Bishop because it's amateur archer. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think it's a very neat idea for elementary schoolers to receive this promo. Yeah, fantastic distribution. It's a little bit of shame some parents sold it, hopefully for the right reasons, and not for the wrong reasons. But yeah, I think it's a very nice promotion, exclusive artwork. You can't go wrong with that. Very nice artwork as well. Like you said, so illustrated Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott were also very nice. Can't go wrong. These probably won't break the bank when these release during spring. Yeah, not much more to add.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still wanted that bucket from KFC.
Yeah, still want to get those KFC stamped ones. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Let's have a look. We've got Sword and Shield Brilliant Stars. So back to English Pokemon now. Pre-release promos have been revealed. Very interesting to see what we got. We did see these numbers earlier, didn't we? So we sort of had an idea, I think.
Yeah,
these were going to be promos.
I think the same evening when the promos numbers were revealed, the legality status on their site, someone reached out to me and informed me of the existence of these promos, and they were indeed. We found a source, and there they are. They are officially not revealed separately yet.
Yep.
So we might get some images soon of the full image.
So, yeah, exactly. But we got some great cards. So we got Bibarel, Lipard, Lucario, and Moltres. So all look like, we got 3 with abilities there. Moltres, we can see if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, the attack does 70 more damage. So
it is decent.
Yeah, for a pre-release, pretty decent. One fire energy, 20 plus 70. You can do 90 damage with 1 energy. Pretty decent, Yeah, so those of you going to pre-release, which are starting very soon, actually, you got these to look forward to. Also, these will be in the build and battle kits, which are going to be available. And then we have also got another product, haven't we?
Build and Battle Stadium.
The Build and Battle Stadium, that's right. Which I've seen retailing at Smith's Toy Stores for $64.99. So it's quite steep for what it is, I think.
Very steep.
For just 2 build and battle kits, essentially. But yeah, so these are the promos. So yeah, pre-releases are starting very soon, over the next couple of weeks, I think.
I think February 14 maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Which is half-term week over here in the UK, so people will be on holiday as well. So
February 12th.
Yeah.
It starts officially.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it should be interesting. So certain regions, pre-releases will be happening face-to-face. Other regions, again, it will be take your kit home and play at home because of restrictions, because of COVID still going around. So check with your local card game shop to see what their plans are for pre-release if you're interested in this. But yeah, there you go. There's a hint. You can see those promos. You can see those translations, I think, for those promos.
Yeah, they are available
out there as well. I'm sure Twaline Tonley has provided those for us, a PokeGuardian. So go and check those out. And you can get an understanding. So at least you know what you're playing with if you are going to a pre-release and what mechanics these have. Cool. Moving on, we have got the VSTAR starter sets. VSTAR Lucario and Darkrai have officially been revealed. Now, I have to say that Darkrai does look pretty awesome. I do like the colors on that. So we've seen the box artwork has been revealed, the VSTAR cards themselves as well, and we have also seen the V cards as well as a few other cards in each of the decks. So what can you expect from these? You're going to get you're going to get a pre-constructed 60 card deck in each of these, as we've sort of come to expect nowadays from Japan. You get damage counters, markers, sort of cardboard pop-out ones as usual, a VSTAR marker, which seems to be in Japan, the VSTAR marker's cardboard as well, a Pokemon coin, a playmat, and a player's guide. They're releasing Friday the 25th of February, so about 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks from now. Suggested retail price of 1,711 yen, which is a fairly decent price, not too bad, similar to what we'd be paying for theme decks over here, V decks.
Very nice value.
Yeah, absolutely stunning value, I think. And knowing how they build these, you would probably get maybe 2 copies of the V, maybe 1 of the VSTAR, or maybe 2 of each. So, depending on how playable they are, they could be pretty good, pretty decent. And you're going to get some decent item and supporter cards in here as well. Cynthia's Aspirations in both sets, Professor's Research, Roland.
Yes, very nice.
Rowan, sorry. And we've got Boss's Order, Cyrus in both decks as well.
And also Dark Patch returns.
Yep.
For the Darkrai VSTAR deck. And that is a item card that was one of the best item cards from Black and White. It dominated with Darkrai EX at the time. And for Lucario, I think Gritty Pickaxe was revealed. And that card does reveal the top of your deck. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a fighting energy, attach it to one of your bench's Pokemon. If it's not a fighting energy, put it into your hand. It is okay. It is good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's an extra draw source. And I think both of them have Quick Ball as well, or is it Level Ball?
I think Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, and Quick Ball indeed.
Yeah.
So again, very, very nice cards in there.
Exactly.
But not for us. Sorry.
Yeah. So like I said, Darkrai VSTAR looks awesome. It's got a double colorless attack on it, Dark Pulse 30 plus. So you do 30 more damage for each darkness energy attached to your Pokemon. And the VSTAR powers ability Star Abyss. You may use this ability during your turn. Put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. That's pretty decent,
with the white cards, it will be very playable.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think PTCG Radio made a detailed video of how you could play this or how it could be amazing. So I definitely recommend checking his video out on this card. But again, VSTAR Lucario and Lucario V are not that great, sadly. Yep. But it is Lucario. Yeah, there's a fan base for it. People want it regardless.
Absolutely. And what's interesting is obviously the VSTARs continue the theme of being very CGI sort of artwork. 5-band graphics doing the Darkrai. Aki CG Works, again, very CGI doing the Lucario. We have got Takayu doing the V.
Takuyo.
Yeah.
This is an artist that was, I think, in the primary selection of the Illustration Grand Prix. So, again, a recruit.
Yeah, commissioned for both V cards.
Yeah.
So, that's very interesting to see. Interesting product coming out 3 weeks from now. I think it's a very good buy if you're out in Japan.
Yeah.
If you can get it for retail price, very nice decks indeed, especially the Darkrai. I'm very much biased towards that one.
Yeah, I agree, but even the box design is perfect.
Yeah.
Just, when you design a product like this, this is an eye catcher for sure.
Definitely is.
All white and stunning.
With the gold outline, it just looks really classy and stunning, and it's eye catching. When you see that on a shelf, it will stand out.
Absolutely,
draw your eye to it for sure. Cool. Okay, so that's out February 25th, 1,711 yen. Moving on, we've got the Lucario VSTAR Premium Collection listed. So the same card being revealed in English. So basically, it's going to come out on April the 8th.
Correct.
MSRP of $39.99 US dollars, that is. And the image shows not only the V-Star, shows an oversized V-Star plus the Lucario V Full Art. Now, why is this interesting? Because we haven't seen the full art in Japanese. So what it does suggest is potentially similar to how we saw the Gengar high-class deck, the Inteleon high-class deck, even what I just showed you guys earlier, the Gramble in the mirror foil, it could be seeded in some certain number of decks that you will get an SR version of the Lucario V card. That's the speculation from what we're seeing, similar to what they're doing in Japan at the moment. But this looks interesting. It comes with a V-Star marker as well. Comes with a nice Lucario badge and several packs, 6 TCG booster packs. Obviously, we don't know the European and UK releases. Usually, the boxes are a little bit smaller. We might not get the pin badge. We might get 4 packs. We don't know. But this is the North American USA release version. So we do know it's going to have the Lucario V card, full art, V-Star oversized card, collector's pin, metal coin featuring Lucario, acrylic marker, and 6 booster packs and a code card, obviously, for the Pokemon game live. Personal opinion on this? What do you think?
I think this is an excellent product because Lucario is very popular, both in Japan and internationally.
Yep.
So I can see absolutely some demand, not necessarily demand, but I can see people buying this. It is a great price, especially for, again, the casual fans that occasionally want to buy this kind of product. One-time purchase of $40. They get 3 nice Lucario V-Star cards.
Yep.
How can you go wrong with that? I can already saw some hype building up on the initial first reveal. And very nice product. Lucario V Full Art in there. You can't go wrong with that. And which is, again, very interesting. Like you said, in the the V-Star starter set, Lucario, they did not reveal this. So this is an English first exclusive reveal. Only time will tell, most likely. I'm very certain it will be, again, like you said, as a super rare one in each of those decks, in each case. No special art. That is surprising. I've expected something like a special art V in there. Will they release in our last set of 2022? In the high-class pack set. Same goes for Darkrai. I don't expect a Darkrai super special art.
Yep.
And if they do, making a full art and a special art in that deck product, that would be very crazy. That's a scenario, very unlikely. But if they will, it would be astounding.
Exactly.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah. If they did that, but expect indeed these full arts in there, these regular ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as you say, we're not going to be seeing the special arts of these. I think we're just going to see the regular SRs, and that is pretty much it. But a pretty cool product, very good price, $39.99. And as we say, coming out April the 8th. So around the Easter holiday time, great purchase for holidays, good time for it to be released. Okay, we're going to look at some V Hero tins now. So again, English products, we're sticking with this. Yeah. So V Hero tins for spring 2022 have been revealed. We've got Espeon V, Umbreon V, and Sylveon V tins. From Evolving Skies, those cards are now coming in these tins. Again, this product's going to be released April the 8th. Their MSRP of £21.99. So these are the UK versions of these boxes. So what's interesting is these are the smaller octagonal boxes, which is what we're used to here in the UK and in Europe. So North America might get the bigger boxes with more packs in. Just speculating here myself, because there does seem to be a trend to that. This version, the UK version, has 4 booster packs in there and a code card, as well as the cards themselves. Now, interestingly, I don't think these cards are going to be promos, SWSH promos. They're probably going to just have the normal card number on them from the set. So they're essentially just reprints of the set cards, but they are very popular evolutions. We saw the 3 Kanto ones get tins earlier on. Leafeon and Espeon. Did they get tins or not? I don't think they did, but they're getting their V-Stars. They're getting their V-Stars. So almost. Yeah, so these guys are getting their respective tins as well. What do you think of this product?
Not needed, but it is needed for business.
Yeah.
And even the wording is very, very funny. V Heroes 10. It's a nod to EV Heroes from Japan. They are from EV Heroes. You can't unsee that. But again, a little disappointing in my opinion. Look at the artwork on the tins. They could have easily commissioned a one-off promo for these tins, and why not? These are probably some leftovers. Maybe if they would print new promos specifically for this product, it's a shame. Again, how much would it cost to commission 3 promos?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 3D CG as well. But again, these are for casual fans that don't open packs. Like I said, with the Lucario VSTAR Premium Collection, absolutely great one-off present for kid or casual fan that don't buy a product much often. And again, these match up very well with Pokemon Legends Arceus as well. You can get evolutions in there. I've not seen many people that dislike evolutions. You can't go wrong with there. And again, like you said, you have a reason to complete all of them because of the VSTAR, Leafeon, and Glaceon collections and the 3 other tins. Yeah, great product. Nothing much more to add. But it's unnecessary if you are a seasoned collector.
Absolutely, and I think I totally agree with you there. I mean, you're paying $21.99. MSRP for a pack is $3.99, so £16 would have cost you for the packs. You're paying £6 extra for the tin, a code card, and what is not a promo. It's a set card.
Reprint.
It's a reprint, so it's a shame, and it wouldn't have taken much for them to. And in the past, I've seen like Solgaleo and Lunala, for example, they've just done them at a different angle. Same artwork style, 5-band, but they've just done it at a different angle, so the promos and different moves on them as well. So
yeah.
Or even the same move sets, just different artwork. So it's a shame that they've stuck with the same artwork. But as you say, great for those people who are sort of not opening too many packs, maybe want these particular evolutions. It's a great way for them to say, right, boom, I can get the evolutions and I get some packs with it as well. It's a win-win for them.
And I think it's a very long time ago that International got an exclusive tin promo.
Yeah.
And Japan not.
Yeah.
Because most Japanese promos or cards are either way releasing internationally or releasing in Japan as well. In that kind of sense. So every promo has a purpose in Japan and in international. And I think from the top of my head, I remember the Lugia EX from the black and white tints is an English exclusive. It did not release in Japan in the past. So that's very interesting. And I think it's more a corporate decision. Hey, do we have any purpose for a new card? No. Then the Pokemon Company International can't make a new promo. Something like that probably happens up in the corporate, corporate business kind of thing. But I can totally see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Corporate decision.
So these products, as we mentioned, also come out April the 8th. Yeah, so UK MSRP $21.99. Haven't seen prices yet for European or North American release. Okay, we're going to move on to our main topic of discussion today now. It is S9A Battle Region. It's officially been revealed. So we had S9 Starbirth obviously revealed. And what usually happens is the week after that on a Friday, you're going to start getting official leaks and reveals of the new set that will be out in a few weeks' time. And that's exactly what we've got with this. So coming out Friday, February the 25th seems very quick because, we had a bit of a gap between the sets towards the end of the year in Japan, but now we're back in full flow, one a month. And yeah, we've got a reveal, but this is a very interesting reveal because it's the first time since I can remember they haven't revealed the pack art or the box artwork. Now, I think we all can speculate very well why this is the case. There's going to be some leaks, I think, from the game in that artwork.
Yeah, most likely.
So that artwork's going to have something in there which you're not going to see until you get a certain number of hours into the game. And they didn't want to spoil that on launch weekend for people who are about to start playing Legends Arceus video game. So I think they're holding back till close to release when people have had a good couple of weeks to play the game and get to the point where they've seen these Pokemon that are on this cover, which are Hisui regional exclusive variants of certain Pokemon, and then they'll reveal the artwork. So that's quite interesting. So they've basically shown us the sideboard V cards, essentially, not the main ones from the set.
It's very conservative.
Yeah, it's very, very conservative. But we have got a new type of card being revealed as well, which is sparkling Pokemon. So sparkling Pokemon have, let's put it this way, they are shiny variants of the Pokemon.
Yes.
And they have this sort of cross-hatched diamond style holographic, almost looks like an etched, scratched sort of effect on them. I don't know whether that is all the way through the artwork. It does look like it is.
Yes, it appears so. Yeah, it appears so.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. It does appear. Yes, it does appear that it does go through the artwork. Not sure. I think they're going to be textured as well. It does look like there is a bit of texturing on,
like shining and amazing rare cards.
Yeah. So this is going to be really interesting. I'd love to see this close at hand. I'm a bit skeptical looking at the artwork about how this. I'm not a fan of when we have these sort of like really weird cross-hashed, mirror foil type cards. But, they can surprise me. So I could be surprised when this comes out. The artwork, though, on that Greninja, wow, that looks stunning. So Greninja, Holucha have been revealed so far as sparkling Pokemon. And we've had 2 V cards revealed, which are Garchomp V and Starmie V. And then a few other cards from the set as well. Chandelure evolution line from Litwick has been revealed.
Nothing much. Not too crazy.
Nothing else much. Yeah, so that's the current reveal from the set. Remember, they do tend to release a bit more information every Friday. So on a Friday morning, check PokeGuardian, and there should be some more information that's come out of Japan on this. But your thoughts on this? It's enhanced expansion again, as we discussed earlier.
Yes, that's correct.
67 cards plus SRs or better. Again, it's the same price as what we were seeing for Dark Fantasma, wasn't it?
Fantasma, correct. Yeah. Dark Fantasma.
So 5,200 yen is the booster box price. 20 packs and 6 cards per booster. Yes. What are your initial impressions on this?
First impressions, I think this is a set that has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But I don't think this set will sell out instantly like all the crazy sets, because the hype is not the same as EV Heroes.
Yeah.
That's my initial reaction. But however, again, like I said about the sparkling Pokemon cards, I hope the holo pattern won't be overpowering the artwork.
Yeah.
Because that could be an issue. This is something like the 25th anniversary collection Merfolk cards. They are nice, but just nice on the side. No, not for primary collections. But I really hope the inside of the artwork won't be too much of that hollow. Like you said, we have not seen the real life shots. That is what I'm eagerly waiting for. Because same with the Amazing Rares, they were digitally revealed, not as amazing, pun intended, as the real life variant,
Yeah,
which
that's true.
were revealed during the official Pokemon card channel. And then, boom, wow, it looks amazing. It plays amazingly with the lighting. I'm sure the same will happen with these sparkling Pokemon. What is interesting, they don't have a regular border from what I can see. These are also textured. So silver texture looks very nice. That means in English it probably won't be yellow bordered,
Yep.
which is a very nice for the non people that don't appreciate the yellow borders
Yep.
much here internationally.
Hashtag I hate yellow borders.
Yeah, it's not for everyone,
Yep.
for sure. As you might see in Brain Stars, be prepared if you hate yellow borders. But back on topic for this kind of sparkling Pokemon, what is interesting is they have the same ruling as Gold Stars did.
Yep.
You can't have more than one sparkling Pokemon in your deck.
Yep.
So that is very interesting. Definitely a nod to Gold Stars. And I think that's it. Nothing really much to add. Guardian V for now. It is, if it wasn't a Dragon Pokemon, it could have been very playable from what I can see.
Yep.
Discard 3 energy from this Pokemon, and it does 220 damage to one of your Pokemon. So you can snipe a Pokemon on your bench or anything of that matter. However, it's water fighting colorless. Yeah, that is very awkward.
It's awkward to pull off, isn't it?
Yeah. There has to be something that will boost dragon energies like double dragon energy. Otherwise, this will be very, very awkward to set up. Even if you pull off the 220, you need to discard 3 energy, and to recover from that is not my cup of tea. But and Stormy V, it looks promising. Nothing too crazy, but this could have been almost in a deck. For example, a V deck or something like that.
Yeah.
But it could be nice for some scenarios, especially with the water acceleration cards. They are out there, so we'll see. Yeah. But again, this initial reveal, it is not much, sadly.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more as the weeks progress, and I think it'll be interesting to see whether these sparkling Pokemon reappear. There's only a set number in each set, and they reappear in future enhanced sets or not, because I think it's an interesting concept. Because, like you say, it's quite interesting, because I was thinking they're very, very much like Prism Star cards, but Prism Star, you can only have one copy of each. You could play as many Prism Stars as you wanted, but this is, as you say, like Gold Stars. You can only have one sparkling card, no matter which one it is, and only one copy per deck. So from as far as a resale value is concerned, these cards, they'll be collectible, but I think depending on how they're seeded in a booster box, I'm sure you're going to get one or two. Maybe, it looks like I don't know how many they're going to be per set. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
Imagine if there's 3 per set and you're guaranteed 1 per booster box. The price is going to be very cheap because the players will only need 1. You're not going to need multiple copies. So similar to what Prism Star cards. I remember I was picking up Prism Star cards for 50 pence per Prism Star.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
It was really, really crazy. So if you're a collector and you want to start collecting these particular cards, I think they will be quite affordable, depending on how they're seeded in booster boxes. But I think it could be something for the future, definitely worth collecting, maybe.
What is
depending on how nice they look.
Yeah, they look. I am certain they will look nice.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Because as you've said, I've just clicked on the image and zoomed in.
Yeah.
And they are fully textured. So depending on how that hashed hollow pattern comes through, if it's not too overpowering, I think that this has got a potential to be stunning looking cards.
Absolutely. And like you said, with the seating of the booster boxes, Prism Stars were introduced during Ultra Prism, the Japanese one. So there's a main set. this set is like I said, same structure as Shining Legends and Legendary Heartbeat, which again, same set structure. I think these are the one-off. That is my prediction. And we might maybe see more like amazing rares in the next high class pack set.
Yeah.
I think that's the way they are going to tackle this. Again, I hope to be wrong, because I want to see like 6 or 7 in each set, which I doubt.
Yeah.
But again, if they release one of every type, I think that's honestly it.
Yeah. I personally think, I'm hoping maybe if they do 3 in each set and they sort of space them out over the next year, that'd be really good. I think that'd be really nice, similar to what they did with Prism Stars. I think that will just sort of make it a nice way for people to be able to collect them quite easily, spread them out as well, and let people sort of get used to the mechanics of maybe one sparkling Pokemon or one of 3 that they're playing with, and then a new set comes out, gives them a new option to build a deck around another sparkling Pokemon. Because from the looks of it, obviously, because of how they are, they're quite good. Obviously, they're going to be very powerful. So you'd want to have that one in your deck, depending on what color deck you're playing.
Yeah,
potentially. Why not? It's not a very expensive cards to play by the looks of it. And it could be quite a useful tech card in your deck.
Yeah, and there's hoping what kind of sparkling Pokemon will they include?
Yeah.
Will they release an Umbreon, maybe some legendary Pokemon? Because this year, this is the time where all of the crazy legendary Pokemon are being introduced.
Yeah.
We haven't seen proper V-Cars of like Lugia, Ho-Oh. We have now seen Raikou, Suicune, and Entei V. Yeah, they'll absolutely probably, this is most likely the last year of this generation. Yeah, this is going to be one crazy ride probably this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's our introduction to Battle Region. So look out for more news on PokeGuardian over the coming weeks. Like I said, Fridays is a good time to check. Friday mornings.
Yeah.
Have a look up on PokeGuardian, because in Japan they do like to release new information just before the weekend. So just get people's hype up, give them a chance to read that info over the weekend. So yeah, definitely worth keeping an eye on that. So I think that brings us to the end of our podcast today.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, so we've done that in a very nice, timely manner. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this podcast. As always, if you've got any ideas or any questions for us, please go to PokeGuardian.com. Let us know. Myself, PokéTaj, and Zakariya, we're always open to listen to what you guys are thinking, what you guys want. And it's really interesting to hear your comments as well. Recently, I've had some feedback around, Taj, can you please start doing PokéTaj mail videos again? And I listened to it, so I'll be publishing one of those this week on my YouTube channel. But, those kind of things. What do you want from PokeGuardian? What do you want from us on this podcast? We're all ears. We just want to make this as enjoyable for you listeners out there as possible. And we can do a special episode again as well. If you guys want, we can do one specifically on questions if you like. Learn a bit more about us if you want to. But thank you so much for joining us. It's a goodbye from me, PokéTaj, and over to you, Zakariya.
Goodbye, everyone. And by the way, you can now listen on our podcast on Amazon Music recently. So if you're into that, go for it.
Excellent. I'll be asking this Alexa later on to play the podcast, sitting right next to me here.
Listening to you.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, take care, everyone. All the best. Bye.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.